I love superheroes, from the comics to the toys to the other stuff, but maybe my favorite form is the animated show. The first time I saw a superhero on screen was watching Batman team up with Superman in World's Finest, and since then I've seen the medium grow into something bigger and better. Stories grew in scope, characters grew deeper, and animation became more fluid and stylized, giving us a level of spectacle we've never seen before. In 2010, all of these things came together in a spectacular way.
Today is the day.
Fresh off of Spectacular Spider-Man, Greg Weisman teamed up with veteran director Brandon Vietti. Together, the duo created Young Justice, a team show like Teen Titans, but with a deeper emphasis on story and character. Since then, the show's gone on to critical acclaim, become a fan favorite, and even survived a 3-year cancellation. And today, we're going to talk about how. Weiss and Vietti build Young Justice on the bedrock of any great story.
Why isn't anyone ever just whelmed?
Hello, Megan!
I hate monkeys.
We look ridiculous! Quit touching yourself!
DC has always had an extensive backlog, and getting to know these characters is what grounded Young Justice's predecessors like Teen Titans and Justice League Unlimited. While both did a great job of fleshing out characters many of us hadn't seen before, Young Justice does this with an unprecedented depth, all channeled through the narrative of coming of age in a world of superheroes.
Dude, you're a 13-year-old kid who ducked out on us without a word.
And you're a mature 15?
The first among these is Robin. While earlier interpretations cast him as a confident, independent leader, Young Justice's Robin has yet to grow into that role. Here, Dick Grayson is a massive, unbridled dweeb.
The infiltrators have been outfiltrated.
And I love it. Not only because it plays on what we know about the character, but because it also generates some pretty satisfying drama with his teammates. Robin's first mission as leader is a complete disaster. All because he runs off of his experience with Batman instead of connecting with the rest of his team.
What is wrong with you guys? Remember Covert? Why didn't you follow my lead? Vanish into the jungle.
That's what you were doing? Way to fill us in.
He's clearly got the potential to lead, but he's got a lot of maturing to do before that. Aging Robin down also casts a light on the dynamic between him and his mentor. There have been so many cold, distant Batmen. There have been so many cold, distant Batmen that to finally see one that's, dare I say, parental, is refreshing and welcome. Not to say they're perfect though. Ever the overprotective dad, Batman has Robin conceal his identity from his teammates, isolating him from people who could be a source of support. Despite this, we see Grayson becoming more of a team player over the course of the season, realizing for the first time that he isn't the same cold, tactical person his mentor is.
I always wanted, expected, to grow up and become him. And the hero bit, I'm still all in. But that thing inside of him, the thing that drives him to sacrifice everything for the sake of his mission, that's not me.
You were born to lead this team. Maybe not now, but soon.
Of course, Robin isn't the only one with growing pains. Calderon, aka Aqualad, chose to leave his home to fight alongside his own mentor. While he ends up taking Robin's place as team leader, Aqualad struggles between balancing his loyalties between his team and his homeland. We see this develop in downtime, as Calder returns home to find that his friends and family have moved on in his absence.
I have made a decision to stay in Atlantis. With you. Because of you.
I'm sorry. Garth and we are together.
But just like any hero, Aqualad takes this in stride and returns with a new level of dedication to his team. Not only does this make him an effective leader, but it also gives him the confidence to stand up to his mentor, his king, when the need arises.
Aqualad, stand down.
Apologies, my king. but no.
As a foil to more reactive characters like Robin and Kid Flash, Aqualad's level-headedness helps ground the team in their toughest moments. I didn't fully appreciate the character the first time around, but over time I came to realize how much of a warm, humanizing presence Calder gives to the team. Of course, you can't talk about the theme of mentors and sidekicks without mentioning the Superman-Superboy relationship.
Sorry, Superboy. Duty calls.
Or lack thereof. Through the eyes of Superboy, we see a new side to the Man of Steel. When he comes face to face with a kid who's basically his son, this perfect hero rejects him. This rejection pushes Superboy to prove his worth at every turn, leading him to another mentor figure.
Oh, come on, it's Lex flippin' Luthor.
Through devices called shields, Luthor is able to give Superboy full access to his powers, making him as powerful as the man he wants to impress, his father. Superboy's reliance on the shields turns into an addiction, one that brings out his raw power at the cost of his self-control. This need to measure up to his mentor almost destroys him, but Superboy is able to break his addiction by relying on his team, his new-found family. Superboy isn't Superman, and over Season 1, he learns that he doesn't have to be.
I've got nothing to prove. I'm one of a kind.
Young Justice also uses characters to explore the more down-to-earth theme of good old teenage insecurity. As one of the team's newcomers, Artemis is met with a whole lot of distrust from her teammates.
Do not hurt my friends.
Must you challenge everyone?
This is all your fault. Who are you?
Artemis's attempts to hide her family ties only get her in deeper.
We wouldn't want to upset your mother.
Her villainous father resurfaces and attempts to use her fear of discovery to get her to turn on her friends. We'll come back to that in a bit.
Get out of my head!
Miss Martian's arc takes a similar path. Over her time on screen, it's teased that Miss Martian is hiding more than she's letting on. As the layers of her identity are peeled back, we learn that Megan is actually a white Martian, one of the alien race that fought the Justice League. Just like with Artemis, villains use this secret in an attempt to turn her against her friends. But when both characters open up to their teammates, they find something entirely new to them. They find compassion and understanding.
I realized you would never accept me if you saw what I really am.
Again, did we truly seem so shallow?
I was so desperate to make sure none of you found out.
It never mattered. You aren't your family. You're one of us.
Oh, man! I knew we'd be the last ones here.
While Kid Flash doesn't have any earth-shattering secrets, the show gives him his own insecurities to wrestle with.
Earth's so good.
Wally West has always been a jokier character, just watch Justice League for proof of that, but here his goofy, macho exterior is shown as more of a projection to help keep him detached.
Wally, you're in denial.
I'm comfortable with that.
It's only through his interactions with the other members, namely Artemis, that Wally is finally able to grow beyond his insecurities and be honest with himself and others. Together, the characters of Young Justice weave a grounded, relatable story about coming of age in a world of superheroes. But Weiss and Vietti didn't stop there. Using the show's international scope, the creators built a fictional world as rich and detailed as its comic book counterpart. Every corner is packed with details from comic history. Young Justice's presentation goes so much deeper than Easter eggs, though. The show's animation style is a perfect blend of stylized character design and kinetic, weighty action. Fights feel crunchier and more dynamic, and puts such an emphasis on choreography that you can pinpoint the moment a character turns the tide or realizes they're in over their head. Special attention is paid to characters as well. I always saw Phil Barras's designs as a bit too bulky, but his characters on Young Justice keep the perfect amount of detail while remaining sleek, minimal, and iconic. You won't have any trouble remembering these guys.
It's what's his name? Flash Boy!
Kid Flash! Why is that so hard?
Well, most of the time. These elements make a perfect addition to the show's story, forming a world that's lived in and believable, and oozes classic DC iconography from every frame. With Young Justice, Weiss and Vietti did more than create an entertaining product. They rebuilt the DC universe from scratch, and focused that universe through the eyes of a group of kids struggling to find their place in a world of heroes and villains. It's this emphasis on character that sets the show apart from its peers, giving stakes and emotional weight to its story and spectacle. Much like Batman the Animated Series over 3 decades ago, Young Justice marked a new era for superhero cartoons. The strange, wonderful world of the DC Universe is on full display here, bolstered by a cast so well defined that they even outshine many of their live-action counterparts.
Fuck Batman.
In an age of ever darker, edgier stories, Young Justice was transcendent, and if Season 1 proved anything, it's that its creators were just getting started. Hello?
Hey, I heard you were making a video on Young Justice. I've got some thoughts on the topic.
Wait, who is this? How did you get this number?
Don't worry about that, and also don't worry about covering Season 2 of Young Justice, because I'll be taking care of that over on my channel, Critical Rants. I'll see you guys there.